value in your mind going on the road early in the regular season?
It is. I thought it was good for us, and also in the training camp, just to get the camaraderie, being on the road. I love places like Portland, Maine, and Wichita, because believe me, the one thing you can do is you just focus on basketball, and guys had each other, so that type of travel was great for us. And even then, being on the road early, mixing it up on home games in a way is good for us. We got a long home stretch, so this road trip is going to be good for us at this time of year.
How do you evaluate the Magic? They're a young group. I mean, no one really knows what to expect from them.
I was really impressed with them last night, the way Washington got them down. They kept playing, they kept playing, they kept playing, they kept scrapping. They're a scrappy, young, talented team. And a team, if you take lightly, they can't embarrass you by their hard play and the way they continue to come at you. And that's something that really impressed me, the way they played against Washington last night.
They have a lot of guys that sort of can play different positions. Is that tough to prep for?
It really is. Tobias Harris can play the 3 of the 4. In that situation, Gordon, the young rookie Gordon, can play the 3 of the 4. They're doing a lot of different things like that. The guy that's playing lights out, who played last night big time, was Vucevic. And so he's a guy that's been hard for us to handle in the past. We've got to do a great job with him in the post. He's scoring. He had 23 rebounds in his first game. Ben Gordon is playing at a high level, had 20 last night, back to the old Ben Gordon. So our headlights, high beams have to be on when he gets the ball into the post.
You mentioned Vucevic. There really aren't that many guys who you just dump the ball into them anymore, right?
They're a dying breed. The big men are it's the power forwards now, the space fives, and the new thing of the NBA now, and he and JV are kind of the dying breed of the big men that play with their back to the basket, and Vucevic is one of the best in the league at doing it. So we got, JV is going to be a great challenge for our big, not only JV, but for Amir, for Tyler, and for Steamer, and all those guys are going to have their work cut out for them in the post.
Even JV, though, it's not like you guys just dump the ball into him and let him go to work, right? It's a different thing.
His best play the other night was offensive boards.
Yeah.
And that's something that is good. We do have plays for Jonas in the post, but we have so many great perimeter players that we have to fit it in with everything else. But right now, JV's doing an excellent job of going to the offensive boards, using his length and his anticipation. And, that's where he's making his hay now.
Does it help him just to touch the ball in the post, like even if it's not for a scoring play?
And we do that. I think, you notice how we play. We mix it in because we got to reward the big guys to keep them hungry. My years of coaching, if you don't let the big guy touch it every once in a while, he doesn't rebound as hard. He doesn't run back in transition defense as hard. He doesn't protect the rim as hard. So that's something that, Jonas is our go-to guy in the post.
Just one game so far, but with the additions of guys like Lou and James, did you find that as a coach you had a little bit more of a versatility within your rotation to work with?
We do. We're still trying to find a rhythm with that group. We were trying to replace John Salmons with 2 guys, and 2 guys with totally different games to bring to the table. James and Lou. Gravis is our point guard coming off the bench, but trying to mix in, find the right combination and time for Lou and James is going to be the challenge for us, and we'll get it, we'll find it. There's going to be some nights where James Johnson has a great matchup, and there's going to be some nights he doesn't. And I thought T. Ross did such a great job on Corver the other night that it cut into James's time. So, getting the balance between those 2 guys is going to be our cross to bear going into the first part of the season. But they're good additions to have. James gives us a tremendous defender, a physical defender that can play multiple positions, defend multiple positions. And then Lou is a stone-cold scorer off the bench. So both those guys give us some good assets coming off the bench.
Just getting back to JV and Vucevic, is that something you have to remind JV a bunch of times, the importance of that matchup, or is he self-aware enough to realize that that's
I'm sure he is, Ryan. If he doesn't, he's living in a cave. If he doesn't, and I'm sure he understands who Vucevic is, and I'm sure Vucevic knows who JV is also. So, there's very little unknown in this league anymore, and he knows how great a rebounder he is and a low post scorer he is with his back to the bucket.